Good morning and welcome to the Los Angeles County Economic Development Corporation's COVID-19 Resources Webinar Series. I am Angela Amirkanyan, Outreach Program Manager and today's moderator. We thank you for joining us this morning to learn about the California Small Business COVID-19 Relief Grant Program, where we'll also share information on eligibility as well as how to apply and important information. I'd like to recognize and thank today's webinar partner, LAEDC. Los Angeles Economic Development Corporation, LAEDC, is a 501c3 public benefit nonprofit organization whose mission is to harness the power of private sector in collaboration with LA County to guide economic development and create more widely shared prosperity. LAEDC collaborates with all stakeholders in the region, including education, business, and government. We have a team of business assistance experts who are available to assist you county-wide. You'll find their contact information on the screens. Here to present today's webinar and share information about the grant are my colleagues, Lyndon Johnson and Andrew Weddle.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for attending this morning. We appreciate you being here. I just want to talk quickly about some of the business assistance programs that we offer. Our department obviously does what we say, business assistance, and we offer complimentary and confidential consulting to businesses of all sizes and across all industries throughout the county. We help you overcome different challenges, whether that's workforce training, expedited permitting, tax incentives, access to capital, site selection, business resilience resources, and as well as presenting to you webinars like this about different resources around COVID-19. And as a result of the pandemic, the LA County, LAEDC, we stood up our Community Connectory in response to COVID-19. And we wanted to focus specifically on some of these smaller businesses as well as nonprofits that were hit throughout the community. And these sort of programs focus specifically on helping employers overcome challenges, position these businesses for economic recovery, reopening guides, grant and loan information, and different programs being offered. So we encourage all of you to check out the site, laedc.org/coronavirus. Again, we are your connection to resources, whether or not it's permit assistance with city, county, public health, financing, county loans, SBA programs, grants like the one we're presenting today, or connections to small business development centers. And there's also energy efficiencies. You know, your local municipalities oftentimes can help identify different programs and let you know how you could possibly have cost savings, whether it's Southern California Edison, Southern California Gas, or LADWP. And like I spoke about before, different workforce programs connecting you closely with the America's Job Centers, which can help you with things like OJT, recruitment of new employees, or identifying different incentives that might be available to you for hiring different people, internships, layoff transition, business technical assistance, as well as economic data, economic forecasts, and industry-specific data. And we also have programs to help you reduce your bottom line. If you're a manufacturing company, we can connect you to one of our partners, CMTC, which can help you with that, or cost segregation, or any sort of risk management tools. So about the grant, reason you're here today, about the California Relief Grant. So the funding is administered through the state of California, through their business and their small business advocate partner, as well as LAEDC, as well as some third parties designated by LAEDC to provide additional assistance. This is the sixth round of the grant. There's going to be approximately $237 million given. It opened on April 28th and goes till May 4th at 5 p.m. The great thing is this program is not on a first come, first served basis. So as long as you get your application in by May 4th, you are definitely eligible for the grant. Grants are available up to $25,000, and you must have at least $1,000 in yearly gross revenue and a maximum of $2.5 million. And it is also open to eligible nonprofits as well. So the grant funding structure, there's 3 different grant awards. For the 5,000 grant is anywhere annual revenue from 1,000 to 100,000. Above 100,000 up to $1 million is a $15,000 grant. And the $25,000 grant is businesses that have a gross revenue more than $1 million, but less than 2.5 million. And like I said, the grant period closes on May 4th. And you will, if you do not receive, if you applied in one of the previous rounds and you do not need to reapply, you automatically be included in this round as well. So eligibility requirements, right? You must meet the minimum definition of a qualified small business or eligible nonprofit cultural institution. You have to be in operation since at least June 1st, 2019. You must have been impacted negatively by COVID-19 and so COVID-19 pandemic and the safety restrictions. Applicants must be able to certify eligibility for the grant. And applicants with multiple business entities with multiple business entities and franchises are not eligible for multiple grants, but you are allowed to apply for the business with the highest revenue. And businesses must be able to provide organizing documents. And then some of the ways in which you can see there how you can verify your revenue if you need to. So use of the funds, there are eligible and ineligible use of the funds. Again, these are only for costs incurred due to any sort of setback you had as a result of the pandemic. These could include all employee expenses, including payroll costs, working capital, costs associated with reopening, also costs associated with complying with COVID-19 federal, state, or local guidelines for reopening, and any other COVID-19 related expenses not already covered through grants, forgivable loans, or other relief through federal, state, county, or city programs. And just real quickly, some potential ineligible uses of funds are human resource expenses for the state share of Medicaid, any legal settlements, or reimbursement to donors for donated items or services. So required documentation, different documentation will be required in stage 1 or stage 2, depending on you moving forward in the application process. So stage 1, you just need to complete the application, upload all the required documents, and be able to self-certify the accuracy of the information by signing the application certification in the application. And the information that you need is the signed form, your most recent tax return, an acceptable form of government issued ID, and you can upload that in a PDF or JPEG, and acceptable evidence of minimal gross revenue of no less than 1,000 per year. And in the stage 2, these will all be required documents if you move on to that second round of funding, and Lendistry will definitely give you a detailed list of everything that they need. So for the application process, I'm going to turn it over to my colleague, Andrew Weddle, to walk you through the process. So take it away, Andrew.
Thanks, Lyndon. So I'm just going to walk through the application real quick for you. So this is the main grant website. When you go here, just scroll down to click here to apply. For the purpose of this webinar, we're going to go through the round 6 for-profit application. Click apply now. It will take you to the application screen where you fill out all these sections. The first one is your general information, first name, last name, email address, phone number, zip code, business name. Accept the text policy and hit continue. The next section is going to be the owner details. So this is your details, not the business details. Your first and last name, your email, your phone number, and your address. Once you fill that out, accept the terms and conditions, hit save and agree, and then move on to the business information. In the business information section, again, this is all the information for your business. So the business name, EIN, business type, business address, things like that. Moving down to the how can we help you section. This is where you will select the purpose of the grant, the amount requested based on the revenue eligibility, your revenue information, and your employee information. And then down to business demographics. What is your customer base? Are you business to business? Are you business to customer? Or are you both? some questions about what your business does, your NAICS code, and then some information about demographics. And then finally, down to the disclosures, this just asks a few questions about whether your business is 51% or more minority owned, some revenue numbers from 2019 and 2020, and then some questions about services that your business may need and prior funding from a COVID-19 related funding program. And once you finish all that, hit submit. Make sure you type yes into this field so that you can continue. And at that point, you should receive a confirmation message. So once you do that, go back into your email. You'll see an email that looks similar to this. Anytime you want to log in and access your application, make sure you click this link. And it will take you back to the main grant page. When you do that, use this to sign in. And it will prompt you to change your password. At that point, you'll see that your grant application number, awaiting selection process, and the grant amount. From here, you'll move forward to that uploading documents portion of the application, which looks like this. So these are all the documents that you need to upload. First being the application certification. So click this link to download the document. Go through it, fill it out, sign, and certify it. And then you'll re-upload it. To re-upload the document, just click Browse. Select it in your files. Hit Upload Documents. At that point, you should see this orange pending change to a green completed. And then just repeat the process for these other documents. And once you have all these documents that show the green completed sign, it will unlock this Save and Close button. Click that and your application will be fully completed and under review with Lendistry. So that concludes the application process. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the Q&A box or the chat box. And for the time being, I'll send it back over to Angela.
Thank you, Lyndon and Andrew, for that important information. We will next move into our question and answer session. So please go ahead and type in your questions in either the Q&A box or the chat box, and the team will be happy to answer any questions or concerns you have. In the meantime, two important websites to jot down are the grant-specific website, which is www.careliefgrant.com. All the information that we presented today is on this website, and you will need to access this website if you're filling out the application as well. So all of the eligibility details and requirements are on this website. Also visit www.laedc.org/coronavirus, which is the specific website where we post coronavirus resources for businesses on a daily basis. This is where we also post grant and loan opportunities, and you can actually specify your industry and take a look at all of the opportunities available for you on this website as well. And you should visit the website for all of our upcoming webinars, reopening guides, resources, and how to get in contact with the team.
So if later you happen to think of any questions or anything, please feel free to reach out to any one of us. We'll be happy to assist you and answer any questions you may have, or even in the future as you continue to go through and hear about any new programs or have any challenges that may come up in your business or looking to grow or anything, please reach out to us. We definitely want to be a resource for you.
Thank you, Lyndon. And if we don't have any questions from the audience, I do also want to bring your attention to the next two webinars we'll be presenting, one of which actually starts next week. So we already have registration open for two upcoming grants, one specifically for restaurants and one for shuttered venues and venue operators. So if you visit laedc.org/coronavirus, we have the webinar schedule with dates, times, and registrations. So stay tuned for that, and please visit our website to register if you qualify for these two industries. And if you missed any information that was presented today, our team will reach out to you per region, share the information with you, as well as in the chat box, we're going to drop in our intake form. So if you would like to schedule and hear from one of our business assistance specialists, go ahead and fill out the intake form, and someone from the team will directly get in contact with you to schedule a complimentary and confidential business assistance meeting. With that said, we thank you for your time in joining us this morning, and we hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.